What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. We're getting ready to go on a cruise. Not a motorcycle cruise, but a MSC ship cruise. Stick around, stay tuned, and let's roll to that intro. Get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. What's up, everybody? This video is going to be different than most of the videos that we do. It's actually going to be about a cruise. Not a motorcycle cruise, not a car cruise, but a ship cruise. Now, this is just a documentation of me and my wife, of our first time actually going on a cruise. And we want to share our experience with not only you guys, but maybe some of the first timers out there who's actually going on a cruise. Would it be worth your time? And some of the things that you have to look forward to. We chose the MSC cruise lines because it was the shorter amount of time, meaning that we didn't have to spend a whole lot of time on the ocean, 5 days, 4 nights. So we could kind of get a feel if this was something that we actually wanted to do. The route consisted of leaving Port Canaveral, Florida, heading to Ocean Cay, which is Ocean Cay is a part of the Bahamas and is also MSC related, which they kind of own that part of Ocean Cay. Then from Ocean Cay, after staying there for 2 days, we're going to head to the Bahamas or Nassau. Then we're going to spend about a couple hours there and then head back to Port Canaveral. Our arrival time was supposed to be 3 o'clock, but we had heard through the grapevine that you may need to get there a little bit early to get checked in. There may be some processes or some things that you need to go over. So we actually got there a little early, around 11:30 to be honest, and well, we sat there from 11:30 till 3 o'clock just waiting to get checked in. It's a lot to take in, a lot to do, a lot of process, but we're kind of just sitting here waiting. Wife's checking out the app and kind of seeing what's going on, and we're chilling right now. We're not allowed in our room yet. I don't think we're actually allowed to check into our room till like 2 o'clock. We did drop some of our luggage, but yeah, it's been a process. But hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets a little more smoother as days goes on. This is like a 4-night, 5-day cruise heading to the Bahamas. So we're just going to see what happens. What'd you figure out?
You've got my card and I have yours.
Oh yeah.
And that's why it's not
well,
letting me load in.
We got cards, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Welcome to our room. It's taken us a little bit to get in here. We got here a little bit early, so you know it's they've still got to clean up from from the last cruise and stuff like that. The room's very nice. We did get one with a balcony, and we're not shoved off yet, but as you can see, the Disney cruise is right out our balcony window right here. But there's not much really here to explain. You walk in and you try to flip on the lights, but there's no lights. Now, for somebody like us who's never been on anything like this, well, you go through and you try to flip these on because that's obviously a light switch, but nothing works. Well, come to find out, you have to take your actual key card, okay, your key card, and you have to bring it over here, and you got a little box, and you just put your key card in the box and you have lighting. I mean, it's a little crazy. They don't explain this stuff to you. Obviously, you have all sorts of things here telling you and explaining to you and thanking you, but you have nothing for the lighting. And look, I'm not complaining. I'm just documenting and letting you guys know if you want to take a cruise like this or do something like this, well, it's not always there for you. Some of you may be asking yourself, what do you do on these kind of cruises? Well, there's plenty of things to choose from, such as there's a movie theater. They have different events throughout the day, such as cornhole, or there's even specific days that you can dress a certain way, such as the 80s or the 70s. They even had an all-white night. They had dance competitions and just all sorts of little things to do throughout your time on the boat. If you like to drink, there was no shortage of bars. If you like the restaurants, hey, you got food on every corner. We chose to actually eat at the buffet more than we ate at the restaurants. We did, however, eat at a couple of the restaurants. Not saying they were bad at all, but just a little bit pricey. And if you'd like to try your luck, they also have the slot machines. The next morning we was awakened by the friendly knock of room service. Served us a great breakfast and then opened up the curtains and seen Ocean Cay. Good morning, YouTube family. Day 2 of the MSC cruise. We are right now backing into Ocean Cay. That's one of our 2 or 3 stops, I believe. This is a pretty cool little spot. As you can see back here behind me, there actually looks like reconstructing another little island for maybe us or somebody else, but we're trying to back in. I don't know if you can tell, but the captain told us there was some high winds, so he's having a little bit of a problem getting it in there, but we'll get there. Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve is a MSC Cruises private island in the Bahamas. It's transformed from a former industrial site into a marine conservation and ecotourism destination with beaches, water sports, and nature-focused activities. It features multiple beaches, a lagoon, a lighthouse with a light show, and offers a variety of food, drinks, and excursions with strong emphasis on marine life, restoration, and conservation. Obviously, as you can see here, the island is accessible only to MSC guests and is a popular stop on the Caribbean and the Bahama itinerary. Oh yeah, did I mention a light show at the lighthouse? And that gives a new meaning to lighthouse.
The next day.
I had heard so many great things about Nassau, about how it's just such a great and wonderful place. So I woke up super early and excited to actually watch us come in to dock at Nassau. We wasn't allowed to get off the boat yet. It was around 6:30, somewhere in there. So I woke my wife up, we went and ate breakfast, and we wasn't allowed to get off the boat until 8:30. We was probably one of the first 25, 30 people off of the boat. There was just people starting to set up their little booths and get things going on the port part. And that's a really clean, nice area. But once you go beyond the port part, that's where you come into the markets. That's where you come into, what else and how else can I say it? The slums of Nassau. So today is Bahama Day. We ended up in the Bahamas, got here fairly early. I don't know, about 7:45. I gotta tell you, this place is, and no disrespect, but this place is a ghetto. It's slummy, it's nasty. It would be, it's bad, guys, it's bad. I don't know, maybe if we're just in the wrong part, but we're trying to walk to Atlantis, which I'll show you guys. It's literally right back over here. And we ain't seen nothing but just pure filth and nastiness and garbage laying everywhere and broken sidewalks, broken poles just laying on the sidewalks, razor wire, like going into people's gates. And I'm just, I'm very disappointed with this for sure. And I hate to even say that, but this part right here kind of ruined the whole trip for me, to be honest, because I was looking forward to this. Unless something majorly changes, this sucks. You're immediately attacked, not physically, but there's several people coming up to you at once. The locals trying to sell you bracelets, trying to sell you excursions, even tried to rent you motorcycles and cars that doesn't even belong to them. So we made it back over by the port side, and I just gotta say, just too much. You got too many people trying to work you, too many people trying to sell you stuff, and I realize that's how they have to make their living here, but it's overwhelming. It's just way too much. it's miserable. Honestly, you can't enjoy yourself. A place that you thought would be paradise, would be absolutely beautiful, turns out to be probably one of the slummiest, nastiest places that honestly I've ever encountered. Now, if you go one street over, you will come across some nice little boutiques and jewelry places and cologne and little shops like that, but just right back across to where you have to go to get back on the boat, you go right back into the slums or the ghetto, and these same people are trying to work you again and trying to get more money from you and just trying to aggravate you. In all honesty, it doesn't feel very good. It doesn't feel very healthy, and for that reason, Nassau gets a huge thumbs down for me. Now, real quickly, I want to talk about the experience with MSC Cruises. We had an excellent experience with those guys. There was no problems whatsoever. Matter of fact, everyone that we encountered that worked with MSC Cruises or worked for was all great. Our cabin steward, Kadam, was probably one of the best people that I've ever encountered. He literally took my experience or lack thereof and turned it around and said, "No worries, don't worry about it." And honestly, he made me feel that way. He made me feel like I didn't have any worries and really not to worry about it, that he took care of everything. And for that reason, that's the main reason why I do like the MSC Cruises. But the whole other deal with Bahamas, Nassau part of it, it kind of ruined the rest of it for me. Now, who knows whether we'll go back on another cruise or not? I'm not 100% sure. It's really, in all honesty, not for me. 15 years ago, when I was a partier, when I was a drinker, when I was just out being wild, absolutely, that would probably be my thing. There's really not that much there for me, if you understand what I'm saying. Another thing that I kind of disliked as well is you gotta ask for your Cokes, your drinks. We paid for a subscription to have these drinks, if you will, because everything costs money. You guys know that. Everything has a dollar sign on it. So we had to pay for a drink package, and we had to pay for this package and for that package. Now, for what we got alone was around $1,500. But by the time you add little things in here and there, you're closer to $2,000 for a 5-day, 4-night little getaway. Is it worth it? Well, that's totally up to you and yours. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So if you have a bucket list item like going on a cruise, by all means, check it out. You know, you may actually love it. You may love some of the things that's in Bahamas and Nassau, whereas we, you know, it didn't work for us. It is what it is. We're all different people, you know, and that's the best thing about this world. We don't have to love every single thing in order to be friends. But listen, fam, that's all I've got for you for this week's video. If you've enjoyed it, you know what to do. Go down there and give old dad a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, maybe you think about hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to have you. Until next week, are you ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out.